for the action.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with the NPCC. This is week 6, and this week we are up against the Dallas Dedennes and their coach Foul Plays. Link will be in the description below for his channel, so be sure to go check that out, see his side of the battle as well. But today you can see teams are already on the screen. I brought Rhyperior, Machamp, Gyarados, Mega Venusaur, Electivire, and Granbull, while my opponent brought Dedennes, Crocodile, Slurpuff, Talonflame, Vileplume, and Empoleon. Now I'm already liking this because where did his sheet go? His sheet is right here. There's no Chansey, which is good. I liked seeing that. There's no Mega Sableye, no Salamence, no Volcanion. So a lot of the threats I was worried about aren't there. And a lot of interesting mons coming out here. So here I decide to lead with Rhyperior. This is a Rock Polish Rhyperior, not a Stealth Rock. So let's see if I can get it running this time. Last time we got burned because we missed our 3 Rock Blasts. We only got 2. So let's see if we can get him going. So he leads with Empoleon. And now I calc out the Scald, and we have a pretty good chance of living. And then Earthquake will one-hit KO him. So as long as he doesn't burn me, we'll be fine. So I just go for the Rock Polish here. We see the Scald, and luckily enough, it does not burn. So I'm like, yes, we're looking good. He most likely does not have Aqua Jet. Most Empoleons don't carry it. So I have the Rock Polish up. We're going to be looking mighty fine. I mean, other than essentially Talonflame can come in and just knock us out. So I wasn't super happy, but I'm going to go for Earthquake. He's Focus Sash. Focus Sash Empoleon. So this Empoleon, unfortunately, is going to be able to Scald, knock out our Rhyperior. You tried, my boy. You really did. Got some big damage off on the Empoleon, but one day we'll get Rock Polish Rhyperior working. So I'm going to bring in Electivire, and I believe I go for Ice Punch here, expecting the switch. And he brings in the Krook. Yep, that's why I Ice Punch, because he has Crocodile. No, I Low Kicked. Low kick because it does a little over 50%, almost 60. So 2 low kicks from a Choice Scarf Electivire are going to one-hit KO him. I'm assuming he was Choice Scarf, so he thought he was going to outspeed me, or expected some kind of like Wild Charge or Volt Switch. So in comes the Slurpuff. I'm Choice Scarfed into the low kick, so I can't stay in here. So I just switch out into Venusaur because it's going to be able to wall this thing. Even with a Belly Drum up, which is what this Slurpuff goes for, a return only does about 70% to my Venusaur. So we're going to be looking good, and I can just Sludge Bomb this thing in return. We shouldn't have a problem at all with it. So we're going to see the leftovers, actually, so he doesn't have Unburden. I didn't notice it that time. I thought he was just straight up Citrus Berry. I was too busy calcing return, I guess. But it was return Slurpuff, so it didn't get the Unburden boost, which is strange. But he's going to go for Play Rough, which still does a nice amount of damage. So I'm guessing he didn't have return or something that could hit Venusaur. And I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb, so that's going to KO Slurpuff, and Venusaur picking up a KO, getting him to neutral, which is nice. Neutral differentials. Now, in comes a Talonflame. Now, I can live a hit from Talonflame at full health from Brave Bird, but I'm not going to want to take one from here. So I'm going to switch into my Granbull, who has Intimidate, and is going to be able to take a Brave Bird pretty nicely as well. And then we can go for the Stone Edge on the following turn. He actually shows us that he's carrying Acrobatics, so he's not taking that recoil damage. So now I'm kind of wondering what his item is that he'd be carrying Acrobatics for. And I go for the Stone Edge here. He is going to switch out because he is at -1 and seeing how little that Acrobatics does. He's going to go into Vileplume, which isn't good for my Granbull. Obviously, it's a poison type, and Granbull's not going to appreciate that. So I'm going to need to get Granbull out of here. I can't remember what I went into exactly here, because I know what happened with Vileplume later in the game. I don't know if it happened right now, though. Oh, yeah, I did go into Venusaur. Okay, so I brought in my Venusaur, and he's going to actually go for Sleep Powder here, which works really well for me. So now I'm going to try and pull that same play on him, but he doesn't have a Grass type to switch into. I have to rely that Vileplume doesn't have anything for me, which most likely it does not. So I go for the Sleep Powder, and in comes the Talonflame, and luckily we connect with that Sleep Powder. So now we guarantee a turn of Talonflame being asleep. So I'm going to go for Synthesis here, just so I'm at full health. So in case he does wake up the following turn, we're able to survive. And I didn't want to like set off a Citrus Berry or something like that because of the Acrobatics. So now I can just go for Sludge Bomb here. Talonflame actually stays asleep for an extra turn, which works out even better for us. Since he doesn't have Brave Bird to do recoil damage to himself, we're going to have to do all the damage by ourselves. So he does wake up this turn and gets the Acrobatics off. We didn't see a Citrus Berry, so I'm not sure, again, what item he had for the Acrobatics. But we get the Sludge Bomb off, and that's going to KO Talonflame. So Mega Venusaur picking up 2 KOs so far this match. And in comes Bonnie, which is the Dedennes. Now, I know I can take this thing out. It's not going to have anything for me. So he's going to go for Thunder Wave, try and paralyze my Venusaur. I just go straight for a Sludge Bomb, which is going to also KO this Dedennes. So Venusaur's already picked up 3 KOs here. And if you guys didn't know, my last move was Earthquake. I actually didn't have a Grass-type move in Venusaur this week, because really the only thing I was super effective on was the Crocodile. Now in comes the Vileplume. I'm just going to stay in a Sludge Bomb here to see how much it does. And I did not expect his Sludge Bomb to do that much. I'm like, oh, golly, I should have synthesized or something. But Sludge Bomb also does a nice amount to him, but it's at a point where I don't want Venusaur to go down for any dumb old reason. I want good differential. We need differential for our current league situation we're in. So I'm going to bring in the Gyarados. The Sludge Bomb should do less than 50%, and I should be able to get a Dragon Dance off and then Ice Fang and knock out this Vileplume. So we see the Sludge Bomb do less than 50, so I know I can take another Sludge Bomb. And so I go for the Dragon Dance here. Now, when I looked at the calcs, Giga Drain did less than Sludge Bomb, just because of sheer damage power. But he crit me. So, now we have a problem here, because this Vileplume outspeeds Venusaur, and it's going to be able to KO it. We have a Granbull and an Electivire, and Machamp left. And Electivire is really the only one with a super effective move, as far as I can remember, which is Ice Punch, which does not one-hit KO Vileplume for here. So I have to go for Ice Punch, hope for something to happen, and luckily we get the crit back. So Vileplume out of the way now, and I also wasn't Vital Spirit. If I was Vital Spirit Electivire, I would have felt a little bit better, because he couldn't put me to sleep, but we're able to one-hit KO him, and now Empoleon has to come in here and get punched in the head as well, knocking out the Empoleon. Electivire picking up 3 KOs this match, as well as Mega Venusaur. So only 2 Pokemon gaining any differential this match. Rhyperior lost some, as did Gyarados, because of the crit, but we got the crit back, so it all ended up working out for us. So anyway, GG to Foul Plays. Again, be sure to go check out his channel, and we'll be back with Week 7 of the NPCC, and we're going to continue the streak, because we the Wild Charge, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone, and go Wild Charge.